Hello and welcome to another episode of Website Nightmares. And yes, even though they say they are kilters and humorists, I find nothing funny about this website. It's a sad, sad website. It hasn't been updated since it was built 5 years ago. And you can tell, my one bugaboo that I keep whinging about is fonts. So there's a font, there's a font, there's a font, there's a font, there's a font. And yes, different colors constitute different fonts because visually they are different and our eye has to keep shifting from one to the other. I can understand this and this. Okay, these should be, this is their title and this is a really good subhead. It should be all caps because it's a subtitle, subhead, tagline, whatever. But then all of this should be the same here, like this. And but I can understand this too because free shipping on all orders, that's important. So yeah, that can be a different color, but make it all the same font. Okay. And this background, get rid of it. It's kind of cute, the big guy in a kilt getting dressed, married to his girl. That's wonderful, love it. But the background messes up with this text. It's hard to see visually. And, I have a thing about animations, and this is okay. I'm not a fan of it. They should all be the same size and edited the same way so they're not changing widths, and made consistent. But be that as it may, it's actually distracting the visitor from doing the deed, which is placing an order. So let's talk about placing an order. They have everything in their store in one gigantic menu, and it really needs different buttons. These are so bad, I can't tell you. It's text on a slanty, jaggy thing. Look at all this stuff here. And, it's white text that's all kind of small and crowded on a purpley striped background, so it's also hard to read. There's some issues. Let's go to customer picks. And you'll find it says that. Well, what is that? There are no pictures here because they don't have a gallery set up properly. But what I really want to get to on this website is the shopping. This is a shopping website. You are supposed to come here, buy some kilts, and have a couple of laughs along the way. At least that's what I'm guessing. I haven't seen anything funny yet. So let's go to men's kilts. And then we have to look at this. Okay, suddenly now we have a different background. The menu is going across up here and not down here. Again, font. I just clicked something I didn't want to. Okay, let's go back. And there's part of the problem there is I clicked something and I shouldn't have had to go away somewhere anyway. And you've got white on light. We've got a phone number here. It's in bold. There's no copyright down here. There's a view cart, so it's running on PayPal. Nothing wrong with PayPal. It's actually what I recommend for most small businesses. But why did it have to change? This gets to be very confusing. And then with all this weird tabbing, Okay, go to shirts. Oh no, now it's a different color. And buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, options. Why aren't these the actual pictures of the shirts? Why aren't they all the same size? Let's get some consistency here, folks. This is very confusing. Here's the front of shirt, back of shirt. Okay, I can understand that, but why not just do a rollover? So rollover got kilt, and it shows it's a kilt. Then, and I kind of like it. If I wore something under it, then it would be a skirt. Okay, fine. But let's do something a little more sophisticated here. We need, there needs to be some help here. And let's go to traditional kilts. and you know, they talk about traditional kilts. You know, it's just, I'm really not jiggy with this weird left side justification on one page and then center justification on the other, and tabs and outline format and fully you know, bad punctuation. This is not cap, this is not cap, this is cap, this is cap, this is not cap, this is cap, this is not cap, this is a different font and not cap, and this is another different font and some other link to somewhere else. So let's take a look at that. You know, I'm not jiggy with this either. Font, different fonts, confusing shopping cart, pictures are too big. Let's go to modern kilts. Another different background color, two nice big pictures, okay, and then we've got some mess here. And that's a little confusing because we're not quite certain what's going on here. And then there's two pictures down here just kind of floating there. Women's kilts, okay, another color. Oh, it's part pink in the background because of course all women love pink. Our women's modern kilt, is this the page title? If so, why isn't that capped and why isn't that capped? And then again, giant bold fonts that are different than down here and over here. And look, the menu here has changed back to the one on the home page. So let's just go for skilts, whatever is kilt skirts. I have no idea what's the difference. I don't know. Anyway, layout functionality here. Here's shopping cart that's a different look than the other part. Kids kilts, going back to this other funky menu up here. Aw, isn't he cute? He doesn't look too happy to be wearing a kilt though. And neither does this guy. He's thinking, Mom, why you make me wear a skirt? Anyway, what is this? You probably, thankfully, it looks like it's a music thingy, and it's broken, but it's just leaving the music slider, which is good because we don't like music on websites, do we? Stupid. Okay. And that was center justification, by the way. And now we come to the real meat of the situation, which are the utility kilts. Utility kilts are great and very functional. And if you live in a very warm location, kilts are very good. Again, we've got some weird bars here. Maybe it isn't a media player. Maybe it's just some really horrifically bad division or horizontal rule or something. But you know, we have the different background and we have the bad buttons, and then we have a cool knife here, which is different layout again. So we're running out of time. Look at that festival schedule. Love it. What year is this? Don't know. It's all jaggy. Why isn't it in a calendar format? If they're doing this many activities, why isn't it in California? I mean, a calendar limit format. And it's a mess. I don't, you know, and they should all be linked to the various festival websites. FAQs, okay, sucks. Different fonts, different color, and the menu is gone. So how do I get back? So sad to see this. And, you know, please, if this is your website, call me right away. We need to fix it and make this a professional website where you can actually make sales of your product, because people actually can navigate it and see some consistency and have some confidence in your product and your shopping cart. So please change this website nightmare into a website dream.